Hi everyone, my name is Wendy. Welcome to my craft room. This is Crafty update number 3. Today is Friday, September 26th, 2025, and I'm coming to you from southwestern Ontario, where I live with my husband. And yeah, I'm a mother. I'm of adult children. I'm a grandmother to one 10-year-old. She's light of and she likes to tease me about this video now. So that's great fun. So this week, it's been just over a week, I think, since my last video. I think I'm going to try and shoot for taping on Fridays because I usually see my girls on the weekends. So if I have anything for them, you know, I want to give it to them on the weekend. So it's probably a good time to videotape. So this week I have 3 crochet finished objects, 2 crocheted works in progress, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cross stitch works in progress, a couple of plans, and of course the crochet challenge by Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet. Alright, so let's get started with the finished objects. The first finished object I have is this cute little coffee mug cozy, pumpkin coffee cup cozy by Briana K.Designs. I found the tutorial on YouTube. It's very easy to follow, very intuitive. I'd never done this weight stitch before, but I love the look of it, so I think I'll do more things using it. I just used scrap yarn. I think this is probably old Red Heart Super Saver. This was an old boucle kind of commercial yarn, and the same with this beige color. So it's a good way to use up some scraps, nice festive seasonal ideas. I will link the video below. The second thing I made was another crochet project. This was done using Sunburst granny squares, I believe. Once again, I just used up scraps that I had. This is a steering wheel cover, and it was a yarn that changed colors, so that's nice. This YouTube tutorial was by Karen Valadares. I'll link it below. The only thing I did differently, you make all the granny squares and then sort of join them together as you go. Where was I? Yeah, it's kind of a join as you go method for joining the little granny squares. Yeah, and the only thing I did different was in the video she sews it onto the steering wheel. Well, my daughter, this is for her, and she likes to change up her steering wheel covers, so I wanted something more temporary. So I just added elastic. I don't know if you can see that. I just sewed elastic on both sides of it all the way around. Yeah, so I think she'll like that. Now the third finished object is my Showtime bag. And this, I once again followed a video tutorial by Grace Face Creates. You crocheted the bag, the outside of the bag, all in one piece. And then you crocheted this green part to look like the slime. Sewed that in. Sewed some lines here to make pockets. I lined it with some Halloween fabric that I had. And the gussets are in purple, and also this slime pattern again to cover where you sewed on the handles. The handle, I just used a piece of webbing that I had already in my stash, and I sewed a magnetic clasp to it. The only thing I wish I had done differently was wait until I purchased a heavier duty interfacing. It's a little bit flimsy. I would like it to be more sturdy, but live and learn next time. So those are my finished objects. My works in progress. The first works in progress I have came from, I decided I was going to do something called Mary Maxim Mondays. And that might happen once a month or however long it takes me. But basically, when I go to Mary Maxim for the tent sale, you buy all kinds of things. And you have ideas for it, and sometimes you don't, but you just like it, and you know what that's like. So I buy a whole bunch of skeins of yarn, and then they come home and they get shoved in places wherever. Well, I decided to enter all of the yarns, or most of them, that I bought over the last 2 years into a decision wheel. And it's called my Mary Maxim Monday. And when I spin it, the first yarn that came up was this Cascade Aran yarn. It's 4-weight yarn, 55% nylon, 45% acrylic. It's machine washable and dryable, very soft, very nice. It recommends a 6mm hook. It doesn't say anything. Well, it gives a gauge, 10 centimeter for 12 to 15 stitches, so I assume that's knitting. So this was the first yarn that got selected. So I actually bought this yarn. I did have a plan to go with this Red Heart all-in-one Flower Power. This colorway is Forget Me Not. Now I had bought that with an idea. I had seen in Yarnspirations emails, they had, I'm not sure how long ago, but they had a crochet along and knit along for a sweater. And this one is actually called Patchwork Jacket. So I bought the blue to go with that. So I was anxious to see how this worked up and if I could get gauge, because this yarn changes color in the right spot on its own. So I'm pretty tight crocheter, so I've been using a 6mm hook. It recommended a 5.5, but I got gauge with the 6mm. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and one in my purse, 4 squares done. It takes 12 of these squares, 12, no, not 12 of these, 12 granny squares, which I did not get. They did not have that in stock at Mary Maxim. And so of course I haven't seen that in my local Walmart. So yesterday I went and I thought I would try making the plain granny squares out of this Super Saver Bitty Stripes in the colorway Rainbow Mist. So I'm going to try and use that along with that to make up the rest of the squares for that jacket. So that's my Mary Maxim Mondays and my work in progress number 1. My next work in progress is a crochet pillow. And that's by Orsak Originals on Etsy. It's the Vintage Truck, Pumpkin Harvest Vintage Truck crochet pattern. So I'm using this just Red Heart something fleck. Using that for the base of it. I have about 20 more rows of this before I start getting into the color work for the truck. I'm looking forward to that. I don't think I've done anything like that before, so I'm hoping I can do that okay. And that's my cross stitch, or my crochet whips. Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet. Oh, I don't know where it went. Well, I misplaced it. But the one I chose last week, the one I chose was to crochet outside in your garden. So I did do that. I did take a picture, but I don't know if I'll be able to edit it. So we'll say I'll try and edit and put the picture here. If not, maybe I'll be able to put it at the end. We'll see. If not, just take my word for it. I did crochet outside. So let's pick the next one. I have all of them here. Remember, this is printable, available on Etsy through Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet. And I mixed these all up last week, but I'll mix them up again. And basically the challenge is designed, there's 100 different options designed to get you to try different things, get you out of your comfort zone. I got away easy last week because sitting out in the garden on my deck, that wasn't so far out of my comfort zone, but I was happy to do it. Okay, so let me see. This challenge is crochet challenge number 56. Crochet something that reminds you of an important event in your life. I'll have to give that some thought. I'm not sure. All right. I'll give that some thought and hopefully have something ready for next week. Okay. So that's the crochet, the Mary Maxim. I guess we'll go on to cross stitch whips. I got a lot of cross stitching done this week. This bag I got from Darlene K.Designs in Nova Scotia. She's an Etsy shop. I'll try and put the link below. I am tongue-tied today. Okay. This pattern was a crochet along, I think in 2022 by Hands On Design. And I know it's finished now, so I can show. I'm not sure if I can show the pattern or not. Well, it was a freebie, so I think I can show it. That's cute. It was called the Hands On Design Costume Party Sale. And I did probably about 100 stitches, I think, on this week. I've been keeping track of Big Brother and playing the Big Brother Stitchy game. But I'm only on like week 4. And it's about to end Sunday night. But that's okay. It keeps you working on different things, which is good. Otherwise, once again, everything gets buried and you never work on it and you forget you even have it. This bag I made using a quilt block that I had and some other fabric. Just a plain navy liner. This is Ye Old Crow Sampler by Heart and Hand. Crows remind me of my grandmother, so that one brings up nice memories. And I think I've only done 50 stitches on that this week. So it's getting close to being finished. I just basically have the crow to do in the year. Yeah. And then some vines. Yeah. The fabric is Picture This Plus Moon. Colorway is called Moon Glow. It's a 16 count Aida. Okay. The next thing I did was this bag is by Yarnspirations. It was in their Christmas box a couple years ago. And the pattern was in the Christmas box as well. It was exclusive at the time for Yarnspirations for their Christmas box, but it has since been released. It's in this booklet called Oh Santa by Rosewood Manor. And right now I'm just working on the pillow. And I think I've gotten 125 stitches done on that this week. And I'm just working, I just have the holly leaves and the berries all the way around to go. And the thread, I'm using the colors that were in the kit. They're all Weeks Dye Works, Bayberry, Whitewash, Blue Spruce, and the rest are just DMCs. And the fabric was just, I think, a 16 count Aida, black Aida. It was also in the kit, so I'm not sure where that came from. Okay. The next bag I made myself. I love that scenery. It's so pretty. And the inside is just the snowflake fabric. Okay. This pattern is Snowman Circle by Small Town Designs. I'll link their Etsy shop below. Kim and Jade. It's a mother-daughter business. Oh, it goes this way. She did a series called A Year in the Hoop, I think. So all the monthly series all fit in a hoop. I'll try and link that below. And I did 50 stitches on that one. The next one is called Where Friends Meet. It's a front door bow. This goes to show, this is very old-fashioned. This is a Debbie Mum kit. I got this at Mary Maxim many, many years ago. I can't even remember how many. I bet you in the 90s. But it's old-fashioned, but I like it anyway. It's got a folk art feel. And I've done probably 100 stitches on that. It's one of those things when you buy things, your appetite is bigger than your crafting time ability, and then you have things that you think, okay, should I keep it? It's kind of old-fashioned, but oh, I liked it when I bought it. Oh, I think I want to finish it. I'll work on it and see. Okay, next, here I found my crochet challenge from this week. Okay, the next thing, I got this bag from Fat Quarter Shop when she had the Cross Stitch University. That's cute. Okay, this is from Summer House Stitch Works, Fragments in Time, Tales from the Sea in 2021. This was number 8, the anchor. Okay, and I've done 225 stitches on this. That's so pretty. And I'm just using all DMC. The fabric is 18 count Ada Mystic Fabrics in the colorway Brain Fog. And that is all of my whips. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my next project coming up soon. I'll be right back. Okay, so coming up, the Stephen West MCAL starts October 2nd, I think, or the first week in October. Anyway, so this year it is 4 skeins of yarn. I found it really hard to make sense of what colorways to use. There's so many choices, and the theme is music. So I want to use what's in my stash this year. So I think I'm going to go with this. It's a one-of-a-kind by Elegantly Twisted in Nova Scotia. She's named this Snugglepuss. It's 75% merino, 25% nylon, 437 yards, 400 meters. So it's a fingering weight. This is by Les Garçons. It's a really nice green. It is called Mysterious Ray. This was dyed when they did the Podcaster series, and this was dyed after Ray and Kevin at Needles at the Ready. So I thought I'd use that. This I have left over. This was from a dyer in Windsor. I'll have to double check on her name and put it in the show notes. Anyway, I just had this in stash, and it has a lot of flecks of green and red and brown and blue, so I thought I would use it up. Plus I have mohair to go with that, so I can use it for the mohair dare. And then finally, Mysterious Beaver. This is another Le Garçon color, a nice rich brown. So I'm hoping those colors will look okay. But I mean, you know, if you've done an MCAL with Stephen West, any colors will look good. Any colors. So the next one or two updates, I should have some knitting. And finally, for just general crafting, I do have an almost finished object, but I'm going to show it now. My granddaughter and I were making wreaths for the door for Halloween. This one is mine. It is, we just, whoops, used dollar store, Dollar Tree supplies, and I do have a ribbon. I'm going to make a ribbon for it. And this one is my granddaughter. She's not quite finished it, so she went with a different design down here. Yeah, so they were lots of fun to do. I'm going to make ribbons with she got the wired ribbon. I think I'll make that one for hers and this one for mine, and the witches' hats. And that's all I have this week. Once again, thank you to everybody who watched, who liked, subscribed, commented. It's nice to get that feedback. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the community. Yeah, so I look forward to our next visit. I'll see you then. Bye for now.